Good morning. It's very early on this wonderful and beautiful Saturday, and it's the last day of August. It's August 31st, 2018. Hi, namaste to everyone out there. This is Destiny, and I want to come and share a revelation that I received about 3 days ago. 3 days ago. It was on, yeah, uh, August the 29th, matter of fact. I think that's yeah, 2 days ago. um, and this video is hard. This is one of the hardest videos that I probably ever had to make. But there was a situation, maybe you could call it an issue that I had been dealing with for a long time. And sometimes, like I said, this video. I'm gonna topic this video. Friendship for life. Friendships for life. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. And I know a lot of times we grow up with people and we're around people all our life. We become so attached to people. We share great moments. We love each other. We do so many things together. We stick by each other through thick and thin. We always have each other's back, and we grow up into everything. We fight for one another. We war against other people who will come out to attack those ones that we love. And we just have this bond that is just like nothing in life or in this world. No people in this world can break that bond between friends for life. And so we coined that friends for life, and we hang on to it. And in our hearts, we truly believe that this friendship will last forever. This friendship will never fade away. It will never die on us. We truly believe that within our hearts. And we think that everything in life that we want to hold on to or hang on to, that we want to claim that, hey, this is going to be forever. We're going to love forever. We're going to be in this relationship forever. We're going to be married forever. We're going to be best friends forever. Our friendship will be forever. But nothing I'm learning now is forever. And as I searched dictionaries, different meanings of different dictionaries, all the dictionaries, they base forever is eternal, something that is always eternal, never ending, always will be around, never giving up. But ain't nothing is eternal, I'm learning now. The only eternal is our Heavenly Father, our God, our divine creator, universe who created time. We don't live in time. He lives in time. He controls everything. We just put our words out there and we just create the things that we want it to be or hold to our lives. And we want to hold on to those things that make us feel good. Hold on to those things that bring meaning to our lives, that bring joy and passion and love and all these wonderful things, but there's nothing wrong with that because it's a good thing to have good feelings and good vibes. It's a good thing to have good people in your life and good moments and good memories and beautiful love and relationships and the best friends. It's all good. But nothing lasts forever. Nothing is promised forever to stay in our lives. No matter how much we want to hold on to it, no matter how much we want to attach ourselves to it, no matter how hard we fight to keep these things or these people or these relationships in our clutches, it never was promised by the divine creator to last forever. And he knows the perfect timing for everything. He knows some things he brings in our lives for a season, for a moment. Some things he may bring for years. Some things he may bring for weeks. Some things he may bring for months. Some things or some people that he may bring in our lives. It may be a relationship that is going to last for a long, long period of years and years and years. But it's not necessarily promise that it was going to always be forever. And this is one of the hardest things that I had to deal with through my journey. Like I said, when I became fully awakened in this spiritual journey, and when I become to learn myself and become to grow into my higher consciousness being, beginning to learn me. And that's when I found the true peace, true happiness, true love, because I learned to start looking outside of myself for people to complete me, for people to love me, for people to do all these things, for people to bring me happiness. I start looking outside of myself for people, and I learned to turn inward to me. And that's what the divine creator taught me. And that's where I found perfect peace, perfect love, and I found his light within me, because I learned to love who I was created to be. I learned to love destiny. I learned to love myself. And that's where I found my peace. But one of the hardest things, like I said, I had to let go of a lot of things. Now, when we're talking about letting go, we're not talking about letting go of something and just like, just move on. No, you have to learn how to detach yourself to it. Now, letting go means you're letting go of the grip. You're letting go of the control that these things may have in your life. That means that you're letting go, because now you have to access all the things in your life, whether this is good, whether this is meaningful for me, whether this was meant to be in my life. And some things that it wasn't always meant to be in our lives, especially permanently. So we have to learn to detach ourselves from it. So when we're talking about letting go, we're talking more so about letting go of the resistance. Because a lot of times we resist things. We don't like to give up things. We become comfortable in situations. We become comfortable in our lives. We become comfortable and attached so much to people that we care so much about. And we resist when things come to shift it, or shift that change, or shift this relationships into a different path. And it's hard to let go. We don't like giving up on things, especially good people, especially with good relationships. And I had a great friend, the best friend ever. We've been together for, like I said, I'm using that word now just so I can explain. We were together for a very long time, for many, many years. We were friends. We fight for one another. We war for one another. We don't let nobody come after us, or I would not let anyone come to attack this special friend. This special friend wouldn't let nobody come attack me. We stuck together in everything. We did so many wonderful things together. We shared the best parts of our lives together. We grew up in so many different things together. We taught each other. We loved each other. We were friends. We were down with it. And we always said, friends for life. We were always going to be friends for life. And we believed that, and we coined that, and we truly trusted that relationship will never end, that nothing in this world will ever come in between our friendship and our relationship that we had. We were the best of friends. We had the greater of the greatest times of our life. But when I awakened, a lot of things changed. Like I said, I lost a lot of good people along the way. I lost my dear family members, or many of them. We became separated. Our relationships within my family members, it grew apart, because they did not understand me now, because I was so different, in my thinking and the faith and the walk that we grew up in, and I was believing in the God that our mom and our dad had taught us, and the things that they were believing in. Now I'm seeing it now in a whole different light, and they could not accept that of me. So a lot of my family members, my close siblings and all those, my nieces and nephews and all that, really had to let go of that of me. And so I lost of that along the way. And we always think our family is going to be there forever. We always think that our close relationships with our siblings and our brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews and aunts and uncles and whoever in our lives and our parents and all that. We always think that those things are meant to be forever because we were born into those things and we was raised through those different types of relationships. But none of those things were meant to last forever. We can allow those things to live within our heart, but not necessarily we have to live within it because only the divine creator live within time. We live outside of time. Time is not promised to us. Nothing is promised to us. The creator, he governs the universal laws and everything within the universe. He knows the perfect timing. He knows the thoughts and the plans that he has for each one of us. He knows the thoughts and the plans that he has for our lives. The thoughts and plans that he has for the people that he bring into our lives. He have control and access to everything because he predestined us in our lives before we were even born. And he had it all mapped out. The way that he wants to turn this part of our lives and that part of our lives and who he want to bring into our lives and who he want to keep in our lives and who we want to send out of our lives. And divine source, our God, our creator, he has that control. He is the only existence in life that lasts forever. He is time. We don't control time. We only live in time, within his time, and we have to learn how to submit ourselves within his timing. But anyway, let me get on with this because what I'm trying to say, this video, like I said, it's pretty hard because my best friend, the friend that I always say, my friend for life, and my friend will always say the same thing, my friend for life. So when I got on my spiritual journey, when I began to come fully consciousness, awakened to my true divine self, and to everything that the universe was showing me, and I was detaching myself away from my ego state of living, my ego state of thinking, my subconsciousness being part of me, with the part that was always the I part of me, the part that was always living in pleasure, living in my own thoughts and minds and ways and doing things. Well, my soul consciousness, I began to grow into my higher and higher self as my soul defeated the ego part of me. And there was this ego death. And like I told you before, I did videos on the dark night of the soul, which now I call it dark night of the ego. But we have to learn how to have balance no matter what. And when I grew up to my higher self and the things that me and this very special friend that we have lived all our lives sharing scriptures in the Bible. We talked about the Almighty God, our powerful God, our Lord and Savior in Jesus Christ. And we shared all these wonderful conversations at the time because that was at the level, at the point that I was at and my friend was at this time. But as time moves on, because we don't have control of time, as I begin to move into a different realm of where the creator of divine power were taking me, moving me, it moved me away from Christianity. And my friend had a hard time accepting that I was growing into a different direction away from the thoughts that my friend was believing and was teaching and the same thing that I was in at that time. My friend couldn't accept that. My friend was very hard with me, but we still tried to fight to hold on. I knew I did. I fought hard. I fought so hard to hold on to that friend. I did not want to give her that friend. And I know sometimes we got to let go, but that was the hardest part of it. I did not want to let go, even though it hurt. Even though there was a lot of pain with me trying to hang on and trying to keep things like it was. And when the Creator was constantly pulling me into another different realm, another path. And many times I want to go back into my ego state and compromise just so I could hold on to that special friend. And I knew going back was I knew that going back, it would be a mistake. It would be a walking away from everything that I know that the Creator's showing me. I knew that it would be a really bad place, but I would sit and tell myself, but I can go back to a certain part. Go back to certain parts. Just enough for my friend would trust me again, that we will want to be around me again, that my friend would want to hold on to our relationship again. Just go back enough. But then I would be a lie, and I would be pretending, and I would never be happy. Because being your truly divine consciousness self is living totally and absolutely in peace, love, and light. And I learned that through this process and through my journey and through my awakening. And that's how I came in to find my purpose when I finally let go of all the things and all the mechanisms and all the people and everything and all the control systems. When I learned to let all of that go and came into knowing who me and myself was, that's when I found the peace, and that's when I began to grow. So I knew if I gave up that now and tried to go back to compromise, I would be living that lie all over again. And I would be untruthful to myself. I would be untruthful to the people that I'm standing up saying I am totally fully awakened. I am my divine consciousness self. I am light, love, and peace. I would be lying. But I hated to admit that it had come to a place where it had to end. And we had to walk away, but I kept holding on to. And I kept getting so hurt over it. And I kept getting so hurt because my friend became really kind of bitter toward me, said a lot of things about, my life, because my friend came at me saying, well, this is how you was taught, and this is what you used to taught, and now you telling me all these different things, and how can you stand up there now and we talk this? But hey, we change, life goes into different directions. We have to learn to go with the flow and go to resistance. That's what I was doing. I was going with the flow where the universe was taking me. I was going against all the resistance. And I was resisting the universe and the Creator in me, the divine source and power in me, to create the light and love in me so people could see that light and love. But my friend, that I call my friend for life, just didn't see it. Even though we were fighting now, we were at each other constantly, I still tried to hold on until I came to this place. And I had to reach it because I said it so many times. Today I'm done. Today I'm done. Today I just had to let him go, to let this friend go. Today I just had to walk away from this friend. Today seemed like it would never come. And all they had to do was talk with that friend again, and we were back. And then I would be all back up trying to hold on. But I'm tired of fighting against something that was never meant to be. And I have to realize now that as the Creator is showing me, nothing lasts forever. You don't control anything, destiny. You don't control life. You don't control the things or the people that's in your life. Everything I bring into your life is for a reason, and it may be for a season, and it's for me to get you to the place that you need to be. But you will never go to your fully higher consciousness self until you let go of things that I'm trying to detach you from. And now I'm realizing that He's trying to detach me from a relationship and a friendship that I had for so many years, even though it was the greatest and the best friend and the relationship and the friendship I ever had with anyone. It was not meant to last forever. Not in that direction where it has to make me compromise, where it has to make me choose what path that I should be on, what journey I should be taking, what God I should be serving. what words I should be speaking and how I should speak and how I should live my life and walk in the faith. And if I had to compromise just to please this person or anyone, then I'm not being my true authentic self. And I'm not being what the divine creator, I'm not being what the divine creator has created for me to be in my life. And then if I have to continue to choose against everything that the divine source is trying to move me into, and then I'm getting up here making these videos and telling you one thing, but then outside of that, I'm trying to live totally against everything that I'm teaching because I got to hold on to this special friend, then I'll be a lie, and I got to let go. And in August the 29th, 2019, just 2 days ago, it hit me so hard that, and like I said, it always had hit me. It always shaped me. But I said that morning, I got to let go. I got to let go. Because it was breaking me. It was breaking me to a place where I didn't want to come back to the place that I, at my lower density, my lower self, my lower subconsciousness being, back to that ego state where the ego gets control me. That brings pain, hurt, anxiety, all these fears. I don't want to live in that part of that lower density where my ego and pride is now, it's like moving me and guiding me, programming me into all the things that the ego part of me has for my life to live, so I can remain apart from myself, my soul consciousness, where I am the light, where I am the peace, where I am the joy, where I am hope, I'm light, and I'm illuminated, and I'm moving, growing into my higher self now because I'm living in love, because my heart's center, and I'm loving myself first. Because if I don't love myself first, and I continue to try to love people because I don't want to give up, and I want to hurt someone's feelings, then I live a lie. So that's all I want to say. We say it all the time, forever, forever, forever. And the dictionary, maybe they need to change it. There are meanings of it, but even they are people. Even they are humans. They wrote the book, they wrote the definitions. But the true definition should come from the divine power, the higher source, our God, our creator, because he's the only one that is forever. He's the only one that lives inside of time. He's the only one that controls time. He's the one that has the definition of what forever is, eternal. He's the one that knows all these things. Nothing lasts forever, he told me. Jay, nothing. He said, destiny, nothing lasts forever. Only me. I control time. I turn it when the time is busy. He knows the clock, how it's still changing. See that clock turning? I'm not controlling that clock back there. We saw when we started the video, but see that clock continues to move. That's how time. And we have to learn to move in time. Not to move outside of that, because when we start moving outside of time, then we start wanting to control our lives, and that's how we bring things into our lives that we attach ourselves so tightly to, that we want to grab these things and keep them tied within us, within our time of moving in the process that the creator has for us. And that process, sometimes it may spins around and go around and around, but there comes to a point, hey, you might get to a point of that time. It's time to detach and move away from it. It's time to move away, maybe for a season, for a moment, for a few years, or maybe permanently. And that's the part I'm realizing now. I got to totally detach myself permanently from this friend. Will always be in my heart. I will always love this person because they always will be special to me. Taught me a lot of things. We taught each other. We grew up together. But then we came apart because we get to a place in our lives sometimes. We have to go the path that the Creator has created and predestined for us to walk in before we were even born. Before I even knew this friend, that friend had his own path. Before this friend knew me, I had my own path. We didn't know that our paths would come cross one day, but we came cross. and we met. We were the best of friends. I'm telling you, we did every wonderful, beautiful thing. Such a beautiful relationship. You would never thought that nothing. You couldn't even put a little pin between us. That's how tight our friendship was. We were just the best of friends, and we would always say, "Friends for life, friends for life, friends for life," and we believe that. The only way we can be friends for life now will be within our heart, because it's time to move on. It's time to go on, accept the path that the Creator has created for me. It's time for my friend to move on, accept the path that His divine source power is God created for them to walk. Because we cannot be together growing so far in different parts if we constantly got to come together and you got to beat up someone about their beliefs. Now, I accept my friend's beliefs. I mean, yes, I was part of Christianity, and I was part of all walking in the faith and believing in God that that we grew up believing in and all that, and the scriptures in the Bible. And I mean, nothing wrong with that. I accept that, regardless whatever. If my friend came on to a different journey and went to a different path, believing in something totally different, I truly believe that I would accept it, my friend, for whatever they choose. At least I can say that now at the place in that state that I am, because I'm grown now to my higher consciousness self, which it's easier because now I'm not in control. The ego is not in control. So it's my divine consciousness being and the source of divine power. He gives us that peace and light and love that I can walk into that now, But until my friend can get to that place, I understand how hard it is for my friend to accept that. You got to give up self. You got to give up everything else. You got to give up your own thoughts. You got to give up your own ways, your own thinking. And you got to allow yourself to be able to accept other people and the way they are. And you got to learn now to let go of the resistance. And I understand the place that my friend is in. If I was at that place myself, and I'm no better, I was at that place, but I was awakened, yet my friend is not awakened, so I can understand. But I love this person still dearly, and I'll never forget this person. But as long as I still continue to try to compromise and hang on to it and live within the time that we used to have, which no longer now is fitting, than the time where I am. We constantly bitter, we constantly fighting, we constantly angry, and we never had that kind of relationship. We never had that kind of bitterness. We never had that kind of disrespect. We never had that at all toward each other. And I can't compromise. I love you, but I can't compromise. I love you, but I cannot compromise this. I thought about it so many times, going back just go back far enough just so I could hold on to it. But going backwards would be a lie. It'd be totally, absolutely a downfall for my life. Turn away from everything, then now that the Creator of the universe, my God, my higher consciousness being, has been brought to at this place of awakening in my life right now. So just remember, nothing lasts forever. And this is what the divine power, divine source had taught me. Nothing lasts forever. I don't care how much we want it to last, how much we try to fight on, hold on to it. And I held on to this for so many years in this journey. I said, everything that I walked away from it, yes, it was hard, but I did. I gave it up. I gave a lot of good other friends. I had to let it go. A lot of the family members that pull away from me, yes, I let it go. A lot of different things in my life, yes, eventually got to the point to let go, but just that one friend, that one, like I said, soul tie, that was the hardest thing. We thought it was a soul tie. But that was in my heart. We've been through more in life than anyone. Me and this friend been through more in life than family members and other friends and different things in life. So, and like I said, we had each other back until I became awakened, and that's something this friend could not understand how I made this switch and this change, but I was still holding on to it. after 4 years or so, I was still trying to hold on to that friend. Today, I'm doing this video because the Creator revealed to me 2 days ago. You can't let go. You can let go. You can't let go. It'll be okay. So on further note, just remember the divine power, your divine creator, your divine source, your life, your God, whoever you do, or choose to want to call him. He is time. He lasts forever. He's eternal. He will always be, never change. We the ones that have to accept change. We are not meant to be in here in this life forever, doing everything that we want to do in our own time. And we are not timing. He is timing. We have to get outside of ourselves. We have to accept the change. We have to accept the resistance. We have to move on into allowing ourselves to let go of things that no longer serve us, and let go of the people and the things that no longer has a purpose, a plan for our lives. Because he has the plans and thoughts that he has for our lives, and that is to make us our better and greater, higher consciousness self. On that further note, just remember that. Go back to your dictionary, look up that meaning, tell the dictionary people, throw it out, turn to the divine power, your God, your creator, and look at what he is. He is everything. He is all those things. Man coins things. That's their definition. The creator has his perfect definition. And he tells me nothing lasts forever. And I have to accept that. On this further note, I love you guys. From this, like I said, this was one of my hardest videos. But it's all okay. And it's all well. And sometimes, like I said, we don't let go and we don't move on. We'll never know what's waiting for us at the top. Because you know what? It always get better and better and better as higher we go up. It's going to get greater and greater and greater. Because the divine power of God, our Creator, has so much more for us. And as long as we keep allowing ourselves to be under the lid, we will never grow to the person or the higher being that the Creator wants us to be. I love you guys. This is Destiny. This is just another video just to share some of my feelings and things. I just wanted to get this out. It was, like I said, one of my hardest videos. But just look at it like this. Something better is coming. Something better is coming. And you just don't let go with hate and bitterness, nothing like that. You letting go so you can stop fighting against resistance, so you can allow light, love, and peace to come, so you can move on in your life. But you still, like I said, that love remains here in your heart. You'll never know. One day the Creator might just bring us back, bring those people are back in our lives. And you know, like I said, we all got to clean up ourselves. We all got to clean up our ways of thinking, our acts. We got to get in alignment with the Creator. So, once I said, it could happen. Like I said, but we don't have to sit around and try to make it happen and try to create our own ways of things and